So in this segment, we're going to talk about how to build a team and the tools you need. So we're talking more so about the characteristics that you're looking for in people when building a team. So hiring people based on the skills on their resume, sure, it's important, absolutely. But it's not enough. A successful team is going to consist of not only qualified people, but also people who trust each other and work well together, as well as sharing a common goal. So if you've ever played on a sports team or even an intense game of charades, you know exactly what I'm talking about. One characteristic of all of these people, the one everyone must have, including the leader, is coachability. Your people have to be coachable. You, as a leader, must be coachable. I want to be sure, as you're hiring people, you're not just looking at their skills, but you have to look at who they are as a person. Yes, we want talent. We want the bullet points on the resume, but we also need people who are going to keep us motivated as leaders. People work for the people they want to work for. As leaders, it's our job to remain someone that other people want to perform well for. In turn, as leaders, this helps to keep our motivations high and it gives us a sense of empowerment. Everyone has their own personal agendas, but when building a team, there has to be a common goal. Creating a culture helps achieve these goals. Fun fact, 88% of employees believe that a strong company culture is the key to business success. Motivating teams to be more engaged, more productive, and share common values. What are the characteristics and qualities of a successful team? Well, when we talk about a successful team, we're speaking about one that works well together, a team that's able to accomplish goals and encourage each other. This also helps to reduce your turnover, improve the quality of your work, and make managing people all that much easier. The makeup of your team is going to change over time as you grow as a leader and as your business grows and as your goals change. But here are the characteristics and the qualities you really want to maintain over time in order to stay successful. Number one, look for goal-oriented people. Teams need to share goals and results in order to work together. By being goal-oriented, your team is going to naturally lend itself more collaborative effort in order to reach the common purpose. Two, share accountability and ownership. When teams share these aspects, they celebrate wins together and they avoid blaming one individual for a problem. Everyone contributes and everyone helps. Now, be mindful. Once again, there is an art to this. This is something that it's not going to happen overnight. You may need to be coached so you can coach your teams. Your team's projects should not feel like a group project from college. We all hated those. They were awful. We all knew if there was 5 people in a group, one person was going to do the work. This shouldn't feel like that. Everyone can pitch in. There's a role for everyone, and it's your job as a leader to define that so everyone feels accountable and everyone feels like they have ownership. Number 3, if you're keeping track, find people who are eager to learn. Businesses, companies change constantly and rapidly. When your team is ready to embrace change and learn something new, you'll have a lot less trouble adopting new practices, new technology, meeting other business requirements, bringing in new team members. Your team members need to want to learn. Always look for those people who love to learn. Make sure your team is diverse, okay? Diversity of experiences, diversity in personalities, diversity of character traits. These all create teams that are more resilient and are able to better help the customers you serve and resolve problems. Diversity helps teams from getting stale and falling in ruts. Once again, communication. So, we know that to be an effective leader, you have to be a good communicator. That also means the people you're hiring need to be good communicators. Maybe they're not upfront, or maybe they don't communicate in the same style as you, but that is something that can be coached. Communication is essential to getting any kind of work done. However, great teams take this a bit of a step further by being open about what works, where the issues lie, and sharing opinions to improve things. When you as a leader work to keep communication positive and productive, your teams are going to flourish and they'll tackle projects together. Last bullet point. You have to find people who are willing to be supportive of other people. If your team members are happy to help each other, they're building positive relationships that foster support. Once again, this helps to reduce turnover rates and it keeps projects on schedule, even if an issue pops up. Teams are more productive when they get support from you, but also one another. Remember, you're part of the team too. So it's up to you as a leader to understand your team's strengths and weaknesses. I like to refer to weaknesses as coaching opportunities. Trust me, most things are coachable if you have someone who is willing to be coached and willing to accept the feedback and then put that feedback into practice. The feedback doesn't matter if it's not applied. Each person on your team is going to have some kind of unique skill set. A successful team usually includes different strengths and weaknesses that cohesively work together. Your team members need to be able to rely on one another to achieve goals. It's important to identify and understand those strengths and weaknesses in your team members as individuals and as a unit. You want to be able to pair people with specific tasks and know where you can mix and match your team. The strength of a team can negate the weakness of another, which provides you as a leader with the opportunity to enhance each team member for success individually.